it at all. I seen Logan and Mike were supposed to fight. I didn't mind that one. I don't, you know, it's not that I'm a big Jake Paul fan, but I like what Jake Paul's doing. I wish I was in his spot. I wish I could be doing what he was doing. You know, making millions of dollars boxing up guys that aren't even boxers. I mean, that's. Can you do any better? I mean, not really, I guess. Why I don't like this fight though, I guess I want to see Jake keep winning, right? I like what he's doing. I want to see him keep winning. He's like a pretty good heel basically. And in the real world, he's not in professional wrestling being a heel. He's out there in combat sports being a heel, thinking about doing MMA. Come on, buddy, stay over there. Thinking about doing MMA. So he's tuned in, man. I like what Jake's doing. But that being said, I don't want to see him beat Mike Tyson. I don't want to see Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson, dude. No fucking way. Mike Tyson's like my favorite boxer of all time. I consider Tyson like the greatest of all time. If it wasn't for his bad habits and stuff, his career probably would have went different. Not that it didn't go spectacular to begin with, but you know what I mean. He has like one of my favorite highlight reels to date still. I mean, Tyson's an animal, man, and he's my all-time favorite boxer. I don't want to see Jake Paul destroy his legacy, basically. I understand he's in his 50s and all that. I don't really know how a 50-year-old Mike Tyson fights, man. That's the thing. I don't want to be like... It's not that I necessarily think Jake Paul will win. Well, I kind of do. Because I don't really know where Tyson's at. The only thing we've seen in the last 20 years, was him boxing up Roy Jones Jr., which is also an old guy. And we're talking Tyson retired 20 years ago because he just couldn't do it no more. So I don't know what we're really doing here. I don't really know what we're doing here. Tyson's probably cool with, letting Paul get the win or something, man. Knowing how, like, cool, like, nice of a dude Tyson is and stuff. Yeah, I'd much rather just see Logan go in there. Logan should be the one that goes into, like, all these weird fights. Especially after Mayweather. That would be a perfect fight for Logan, Mike Tyson, right? Because when it comes to boxing, thus far, Jake has proved that he probably has more potential than Logan. Just the technique alone, the fundamentals, man. Like Tyson, well, yeah, Tyson has good fundamentals, but Jake Paul is just better than Logan in my mind at boxing, 100%. I think Jake Paul would probably KO his brother if they were to box. The thing is, people, I mean, as you guys understand, you can't teach knockout power. It's not something you teach. I was lucky enough to have knockout power myself. And I just always thought it must be frustrating to keep hitting somebody over and over and not be, they're just standing there still. But it's either one or the other usually, right? You either got great cardio or good power. So it is what it is. I just don't want to see this. Let's scrap this. Get Tommy Fury back out there for Jake. Everybody will be happy. That's all I got to say.